Hi guys, my name is Taylor Humby of HumbyArt. Today I'll be teaching you how I painted this cute little Invader Zim painting using Sakura of America's brand new micron fine liner sizes in 10 and 12. Let's get into it. So the first thing I did in this, and I like to do in all of my drawings, is just go ahead and draw out my scene with a pencil. If you just go in with the fine liners straight away, you're gonna find that you might mess up and you can't really erase those pen strokes. So it's always best to go in and sketch it out before you make those permanent marks with your fine liners. Once you have your scene sketched out and you're happy with it, now is the fun part where you can go in and make those permanent marks. For this one, I am just using the size 10 to begin with, but as you'll see later on in the painting, I'll move between the 10 and the 12 just so I can make really thick outlines to both Zim and Gur, the two characters in the foreground, and help distinguish them from the houses in the background. The reason I really like using these pens as well is because they don't bleed when I add watercolor paints to them. One of the main questions I get across all of my social media channels is how do I stop my pens from bleeding into my watercolors? And I literally do nothing. All I do is use these pens and they don't bleed into my artwork. So it's magic. These pens are amazing. So once you have your scene drawn in with your fine liners, you can go ahead and start painting in those colors. For my watercolors today, I used Sakura of America's KOI Watercolor tube set. I really like these because they give off a very vibrant color, which is perfect whenever I'm trying to do these little cartoons. And for the background, the colors that I used to create this kind of like dark, ominous, but still colorful scene like we see in the cartoon Invader Zim, I use these 4 colors primarily, like a little peach moment, all the way through some reds and some purple. And all of them combined will give off the color scheme that you'll see towards the end of this video. create the random stars in the sky, I usually just use any kind of white acrylic ink and I put it on a toothbrush and I sprinkle it on, as you saw. And then to create some more intentional stars, that's when I grab my Jelly Roll pen in the color white and I just draw them in. I also like to create like a little glowy star effect by drawing in a larger circle and then blending it out with my brush. And then also using a ruler, drawing some straight lines and blending those out to create some shooting stars. So after you have finished painting in all of the colors that will make up your scene, you have a finished painting basically. Like, that's really it. One thing I really like to do in a lot of my paintings is go and outline the characters in white to really make them stand out from that background. I use this by, again, grabbing my white Jelly Roll pen and just drawing a really thick outline around the characters. And then once I've done that, I go in with my Micron fine liners again. This time I used the size 10 for the background and the size 12 for the characters in the foreground. And I redrew in all of those lines to really make those black lines pop. Because sometimes when you paint over the pen lines, it can kind of dull the black ink. So that's one thing that I really like to do in all of my paintings. And as you can see, from just before the finished product to the finished product at the end, it really makes a huge difference, especially in the background where you kind of lose some of those line details. So that's why using your Micron fine liners in size 10 and 12 are really important and really helpful in making your characters and your scene really pop. So there you have it. That is the finished painting using Sakura of America's brand new Micron fine liners in the pen tip sizes 10 and 12. I really love how it turned out. I love how crisp and clean the lines look. I like how I was able to create a really thick line really quickly and easily using these brand new pen tip sizes. And I just love how these pens never bleed into my watercolors. Thanks for following along in this painting. If you want to check out some of my other artwork, check me out at HumbyArt across all social media. And thanks again, Sakura of America, for allowing me to jump on your channel and share my art with you guys. Keep creating, keep being positive, and I'll see you next time.